Hey everybody in the YouTube world, my name's Todd Tondera, and I guess you could call this the first episode of Sports on YouTube. The idea of this is to talk about, obviously sports and controversial topics or debated topics. And there are a few others on YouTube that I've seen that get a lot of hits posting about stuff like this, and I don't think they quite really hit it on the head. They leave a lot of chicken on the bone, per se. And everybody seems to dig what they have to say. And I just want to, even if you disagree with me, that's okay. I don't mind that. I mean, we're all different here. And if you guys like what I have to say, I'm going to continue to do this because I think it's a good idea to just, get the word out about what's going on. And I'd like to just talk about a few things and voice my opinion, and I'd appreciate any sort of replies or anything like that. We're going to be talking about football today. Yeah, okay, so I got this idea now, and football season is, almost to the playoffs. But, who knows what could happen. But the first subject I'd like to talk about is the Giants and Bears game. Many say that Eli Manning could be a franchise guy there in New York. And it's expected of him to do more than he has been doing. And it seems like the media holds Eli Manning under their wing, and partly, I think, because of his brother, and they have high expectations, so they want him to succeed, which is nice to see the media actually wanting to see a quarterback succeed in what he's doing. But I feel as though he hasn't proved much to me. Do I like the guy? Yeah. I think he's a stand-up guy. I think he's an average quarterback. More than average? I don't think so. And especially in a town like New York, I think that they need something above average. They expect more than most cities, and I don't think they have it with Eli Manning or Tom Coughlin, for that matter. I don't think that Manning and Coughlin could really win a game in New York. And, well, not a game. I'm stupid. I meant a playoff game in New York. I don't think they could do that. And I'm sick of Eli Manning. Just every excuse in the book is okay with him. Fans boo him one day, cheer him the next day. I think you should, live or die with your quarterback and your team. And he's not going to be above average. So if they're expecting that out of him, I think they need to look somewhere else. I want to talk about the Bears too. The Bears, Rex Grossman, and everybody. It's about had it with him, but past couple days he's came out and done some exceptional work, and I do think that he should be acknowledged for that. But as for starting quarterback role, he's not a starting quarterback. People may argue that they went to the Super Bowl last year. Well, anybody in the AFC is hot down the stretch could make it to the Super Bowl, and it's proved to be the Bears who did last year. And if Devin Hester isn't carrying them on their shoulders, it doesn't seem like they could do much. And that's another team that I think that needs a new quarterback, and needs a new leader. And Donovan McNabb of the Philadelphia Eagles would fit nicely there, in my opinion. I also want to talk a little about Norv Turner and the Chargers. Marty Schottenheimer, people call it Marty Ball, whatever that means, of how he runs the game, and he led them to a pretty spectacular season last year and faded in the playoffs to the New England Patriots. And after that, they gave him the boot. They said, Norv Turner, come on in, buddy, come on in. And I don't know what's up in San Diego. I don't know if it's in the water, but they're always angry about something. And Marty Schottenheimer did, take them to the playoffs, and he did I thought he did awesome last year, personally. And I thought that, did he lose it for them in the playoffs? It's hard to say. I mean, a lot goes on the sidelines that we'll never know. I don't think that he should have been fired. And Norv Turner, people may argue that, he's doing his job. They're at the top of the division. And that's correct, they are. They're number one in the division. They won the last 3 or 4. And they're, LT looks like old LT again. And they're all, just clicking. But I just don't see them going far in the playoffs this year. And I think a lot of people in San Diego will bite their tongue and want Marty Ball back. What else we got here? The Colts beat the Jaguars, and the Steelers won yesterday. I'd say both divisions are about wrapped up because of that. Colts and Steelers both are doing predominantly well, except for the Jets loss that the Steelers suffered. And me being from Pittsburgh pains me to talk about because I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers are a great football team. I believe they could do a lot, but I feel as though they don't play good against bad teams. I think whatever team they play against, I feel as though they match them. And the Patriots are coming up next week, and I think they'll play very good, actually. I'm not predicting a blowout, but I do predict the Patriots to win. So it's hard to say where their future is. Last, I want to talk about the Ravens. Well, not last. Last about pro football, at least. The Ravens and Patriots tonight, Monday night. Tom Brady and Randy Moss are pretty much the best 2 athletes in the league right now, and they'll show it again. I don't predict an upset. Before I want to talk about college football, I just want to say rest in peace, Sean Taylor. That whole event seems a little unsettling to me, and there's still a lot in that I think needs to be figured out, because it just seems shady, and it's a shame that a young man lost his life because of all that. Here's a good story. On a lighter note, Pitt beats WVU. Pitt has had a bad season this year. The Panthers, they've been shaky with Dave Wannstedt, and WVU is actually predicted to beat them by 4 touchdowns. And Pitt just came out and played ball, and they won in a good game. And West Virginia will not go to the championship. As for upsets in football, in college football, I think they're a bit overrated, how it's the year of the upset. I think the first 3 or 4 were big upsets, and then seeing as though that all the number 1 and 2 seeds were defeated, whoever's number 6 or 7, they just pop down to the 1 or 2 seed, and when somebody would defeat them, they'd be like, oh, another number 1 seed defeated. But I believe that the teams that were lower in the rankings, they just weren't as good as they predicted to be. It's just they had to have somebody in the top ranking, so they picked those teams. So do I think WVU should have been ranked number 2? No, but they had to be because there was nobody else at the time. But Pitt, P-I-T-T, let's go Pitt. And that will pretty much conclude the first webisode of Sports on YouTube. Hope you like it. Leave some comments. Thanks.